Did you know that the Great Wall of China hides human bones within its stones? They say the wall stretches like a serpent across mountains and deserts, a spine of gray that separates worlds. To most, it's a wonder of civilization, an icon, a triumph. But to those who listen closely, it's a tomb that never stopped whispering. A young archaeologist, Li Wei, walks alone, his lantern trembling in the cold. He's part of a modern restoration team cataloging ancient damage. But there's something the team doesn't talk about. The silent stretch. A mile of wall where no signal transmits, where compasses spin, and where, under the brightest sun, a faint shadow never fades. The Great Wall is one of the largest monuments ever built, but it is also one of the cruelest. Built over centuries, it demanded more than stone and sweat. It devoured lives. Over 1 million men, peasants, prisoners, soldiers, forced to labor through the cutting cold and the merciless heat. Some died the day they arrived. Others vanished in silence. And the most macabre part? They were never buried. To save time, their bodies were sealed within the structure itself. Clay, blood, and bone, all mixed into the mortar. Li Wei sets camp beside the wall. His lantern flickers. In the distance, thunder rumbles, but the sky is clear. He opens his notebook. Soil analysis indicates high calcium, possibly organic origin. As he writes, something knocks from inside the stones. Once, twice, then silence. He laughs nervously, recording a note, probably shifting foundation. Then he hears it, a whisper, old, broken, gasping through centuries. Let me out. Locals claim that on moonless nights, footsteps echo over the stones, and voices whisper in forgotten tongues. Tourists speak of cold hands clutching at their ankles as they walk alone. But skeptics call it superstition, yet the wall remembers. It always remembers. Li Wei dreams of 1,000 figures chained together, hauling stones up mountainsides. Their eyes are hollow, their mouths filled with dust. He sees overseers beating the weak, shoving the dead into open cracks, then sealing them inside, their faces pressed against wet clay, eyes staring outward as the wall hardens around them. When he wakes, the air is freezing, his breath fogs. The sun is gone, though his watch reads noon. The shadow has spread. He stumbles back, dropping the lantern. The flame catches the dust, and for a second he sees hundreds of outlines moving beneath the surface. Hands, skulls, mouths. To many, the wall is history, architecture, a triumph of man's endurance. But to those who believe, it is a cemetery of imprisoned souls. Every stone a story of pain, every echo a name long forgotten. And in the silence between heartbeats, the wall breathes. Li Wei radios his team. No response. He begins walking, following the wall toward the next camp. Hours pass. The landscape doesn't change. He realizes he's walking in circles. Then he sees a gap in the stones, freshly opened. Inside, something gleams. He peers closer. It's a skull, still wet. But when he blinks, the hole is gone. The wall is whole again. A voice murmurs behind him, "You've seen us now. Stay." He turns. No one's there. Then the ground splits. He falls through darkness into a narrow chamber, a tunnel of bones. They say that even now, there are places beneath the Great Wall that remain unmapped. Passages where light cannot survive, where the air hums with lost cries. Perhaps Li Wei found one. Perhaps he never left. Tourists gather at a new memorial site, a plaque honoring the lost builders. A guide speaks. This section is known as the Silent Stretch. Recently, a researcher disappeared while studying it. A woman in the group raises her camera. She gasps. On the playback, among the stones, a face stares back. The guide frowns, looking up at the wall. The wind howls again. Somewhere inside, faint knocking begins. And perhaps that's why, even under the brightest sun, there are places along the Great Wall where the shadow never disappears. Weeks passed. Search teams combed the mountains for any sign of Li Wei. They found his tent, his tools, his notebook, pages smeared with ash. But no footprints led away. Only one phrase repeated again and again in his handwriting. The wall moves at night. Two hikers, filming a vlog, wander off the marked path. One points the camera toward a crumbling archway. "Dude, look, that's not on the map." They laugh, pushing through the fog. Inside, the air feels heavy, too cold for daylight. They find carvings in the stone, not Chinese characters, something older. Symbols that seem to shift when looked at too long. Leeway, they freeze. Sometimes the wall calls a name, and once it's spoken, the echo never stops. The hiker's camera keeps recording as the ground trembles. Dust falls from above, then a section of the wall opens like a mouth. Hands, hundreds of them, reach out, not to grab, but to build. They take stones, clay, bone, and something living. When rescuers arrive days later, they find a new stretch of wall, smooth, fresh, darker than the rest. And in the middle of it, faintly visible under the sun, two faces, still screaming. They say the Great Wall grows by itself now, that every century, it claims a few more lives to keep its silence intact. And if you ever visit and feel a hand brush your ankle, don't look down, because the wall remembers every soul that disturbed its sleep. And maybe, just maybe, it remembers you. If you made it this far into the dark, you've already heard the whispers. So tell me, did you feel something while watching? A cold draft, a sound behind you? Leave a comment and let me know what you heard. And if you want to keep exploring the world's darkest secrets, like this video, subscribe, and join us next time, when we uncover another truth that was never meant to be found.